What's up, guys? I'm in the truck right now because I wanted to show you guys a method that I've been using for learning French that has worked for me really well. And I think I really have learned a lot using this method. And I've learned a lot of vocabulary. I think my pronunciation has improved a lot, and so now my French accent isn't as bad as it used to be. I still have an American accent when I speak French, but not nearly as bad as it was. So I think this has helped a lot. And I'm talking about the Pimsleur method. If you don't know what that is, it's a bunch of audio recordings. And basically it's just conversations. One person will say something in French, and then I repeat what they're saying in French, then someone else responds to you. And then you just repeat what they're saying and repeat what the other people are saying. And then they teach you new vocabulary as you go along. It uses spaced repetition, so you learn a vocabulary word and then you practice it a bunch of times. And then as you progress through the recordings, they space it out a little bit more, so you're not repeating the same thing over and over and over and over the whole time. They give you a little space to kind of help you keep your gears turning and make sure you keep you on your feet, so it's not always the exact same thing that you're practicing every time. I got these CDs. There's a pack of 30 CDs, and yes, I have a CD player, and I believe they have MP3 versions now, or like streaming versions that you can get on your phone, but I'm old school, I guess. And I got the pack of CDs from the public library for free. And normally it's like, I don't know, like $200, $300 or something like that. And it's worth it. It's a great resource. It's great for practicing your languages. But if you have a public library near you, I can pretty much guarantee they probably have Pimsleur CDs or some other kind of audio CDs that you can borrow for free. And as long as no one else wants to check them out, just keep renewing them until you're done with the whole series. And the series that I'm working on right now is French 2, and there's about 30 CDs in it. So that's 15 hours worth of practice. And I've listened to probably about, I think I'm on number 19 right now. So I've listened to, what's that? Make it 9.5 hours of French. And I just do it while I'm on my commute to and from the university. So I have about an hour-long commute, and that's why this is such a great method for me, because I feel like this wouldn't work. It probably wouldn't be such a great method for me if I didn't have a long commute, because I'm never going to take the time during my day to just sit down and listen to Pimsleur for half an hour. But since I already have an hour every day, both ways, that I'm just sitting in my car doing nothing, it's really a great use of my time. I feel like I'm actually accomplishing something even while I'm commuting. Oh, here comes the rain. This is going to be a fun trip. So now I'm just going to go through just one of my tracks that I'm working on in French. So if you're learning French, then great, just listen along. And if you're not learning French, but you want to know kind of what the Pimsleur method is, then just listen along. You might not understand what I'm saying, but at least you can kind of see how the method is and how I practice when I'm doing this. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. I hope you can hear this over the rain.
This is Unit 20 of Pimsleur's French 2.
I don't want to do Unit 20, I want to do Unit 19.
This is Unit 19 of Pimsleur's French 2.
Écoutez cette conversation.
You'll hear devant, which means in front of.
Excusez-moi, est-ce que vous savez où il y a un téléphone, s'il vous plaît?
First they just give you
devant le restaurant.
a conversation
Et où est-ce que
of
je
two
peux
people
acheter un
talking.
journal?
Boulevard Saint-Géraud.
First they just give you a conversation of two people talking, so I don't have to actually say anything. You're just supposed to listen.
Merci beaucoup.
And I'm not actually listening right now. I'm cheating because I'm talking to you.
Oui, là-bas.
but
Devant le
normally I
restaurant.
listen to the whole
Et
conversation.
où est-ce que je peux acheter un journal?
Boulevard Saint-Germain. Ce n'est pas loin. Prenez à droite et puis c'est tout droit.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Now you're at the house of an acquaintance. How would you ask him if you can telephone?
Est-ce que je peux téléphoner?
Est-ce que je peux téléphoner?
Est-ce que je peux
Je peux téléphoner, s'il vous plaît?
Je peux téléphoner, s'il vous plaît?
Il répond Of course, the telephone is over there.
Bien sûr, le téléphone est là-bas.
Bien sûr, le téléphone est là-bas.
Bien sûr, le téléphone est là-bas.
Comment demande-t-il? Do you have the phone number?
Est-ce que vous avez le numéro de téléphone?
Est-ce que vous avez le numéro de téléphone?
Est-ce que vous avez le numéro de téléphone?
Or are you going to call information?
Est-ce que vous allez...
Ou est-ce que vous allez appeler les renseignements?
Est-ce que vous allez appeler le renseignement?
Les renseignements.
Les renseignements?
As you search your pockets, say that you had the number.
Ah, j'avais le numéro.
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 You try to dial the number from memory but are not successful. Say that it was the wrong number.
C'était le mauvais numéro.
C'était le mauvais numéro.
C'était le mauvais numéro.
Le mauvais numéro.
Le mauvais numéro.
Comment dit-on? To call back.
Rappelez.
Rappeler.
Rappelez.
Say that you're going to call back.
Je vais rappeler.
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 I'm going to try.
Écoutez et répétez.
Je vais essayer.
Je vais essayer.
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 Je vais essayer.
Je vais essayer.
How do you say that you are going to try?
Je vais essayer.
Je vais essayer.
Je vais essayer.
Again.
Écoutez et répétez.
Encore une fois.
Encore une fois. Encore une fois.
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 Une fois.
Une fois.
Encore une fois.
Encore une fois.
Comment dit-on?
Again. Literally, still one time.
Encore une fois. Encore une fois.
Encore une fois.
Encore une fois. Une fois. Hein?
Dites que
Encore
vous allez
une
essayer
fois.
encore une fois.
Oh, I didn't hear what he said.
Je vais essayer encore une
Ah,
fois.
je vais essayer encore une fois. Encore une fois.
Say that before you had the
Encore une
wrong
fois.
number.
Avant, j'avais le mauvais numéro.
Avant, j'avais le mauvais numéro.
Avant, j'avais le mauvais numéro.
Say that you're going to try again.
Je vais essayer encore une fois.
Je vais essayer encore une fois.
Je vais essayer encore une fois. Encore une fois.
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 After you try again, you want to say, this time it's the right number. First,
Ah.
this time.
Écoutez et répétez.
Et c'est
Cette fois.
Cette fois.
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 Sept.
Sept.
Cette fois.
Cette fois.
Cette fois, c'est le bon numéro.
Cette fois, c'est le bon numéro.
Le bon numéro.
Le bon numéro.
Comment dit-on?
The right number. Literally, the good number.
Le bon numéro. The good
Le
number.
bon numéro.
Le bon numéro. See,
This
there's ju-
time,
So there's just a lot of repetition, and it's great for really nailing that pronunciation. You can see I was sort of struggling with some of those pronunciation of some of those words, like encore une fois or something like that. But they're gonna repeat that phrase probably 15 or 20 times in this one track, and then in the next CD and the next CD after that, they're gonna keep repeating it. Even more and more, probably 5 or 6 times in the next CD, and then a few more times in the CD that comes after that. So you're really gonna get down that native speaker pronunciation. So like I said, this is specifically the Pimsleur program, and I think they're great, but I haven't tried a whole lot of other repetition conversational programs, and I know there's a lot out there, and there are probably a lot that are just as good as the Pimsleur one. So like, for example, I think there's Teach Yourself Languages is one of the companies, and then there's some other ones. You can find things like this on YouTube. You can find a lot of free resources, and I can't talk about the quality of those. All I can say is that I know Pimsleur is really good.